Venus between the clusters.
Hey there, stargazers. I'm Dean Regas, astronomer for the Cincinnati Observatory.
And I'm James Albury, director of the Kika Silva Pla Planetarium in Gainesville, Florida. We're here to help you find your way around the sky tonight. Hey Dean, what's the brightest planet?
That would be Venus.
And what are the two brightest open star clusters you can see from the northern hemisphere?
The Hyades and the Pleiades.
Yep. And what do you get when you put them all together in the sky?
A Hyades, Venus, Pleiades sandwich.
More or less. Because this week, dazzlingly bright Venus will be wandering between these two star clusters, the Pleiades and the Hyades, and make a pretty sight in the evening sky.
Let's show you.
Okay, we have our sky set up for Wednesday, April 8th at 9:30 p.m. facing west. Low in the sky, you'll see something so bright you might think it's a UFO at first. That bright light is actually the planet Venus.
Venus is often called Earth's sister planet, since we are both round, rocky objects similar in size. But it turns out that Venus is one twisted sister. She has clouds that trap in the sun's heat so well that her surface swelters at around 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Not a pretty place to visit. I'll stay on Earth, thank you very much.
Unlike the stars around it, Venus will wander through the constellations. We're going to shift our time forward one day at a time to see how she'll move this week. Here's where Venus will be on April 9th at 9:30 p.m., and April 10th, April 11th, April 12th, and April 13th.
Venus doesn't move a lot each night, but the other stars seem to be getting lower in the western sky. And Venus on April 13th is right between the two open star clusters called the Hyades and the Pleiades. Let's zoom in for a closer look. Okay, now we can see our Hyades, Venus, Pleiades sandwich a little better. Let's start with the Hyades. You can see the brighter Hyades with the naked eye in a little V shape. They form the face of Taurus the bull with the bright star named Aldebaran. That's the bull's eye.
The Hyades formed at about the same time from a huge nebula and lie about 150 light years from Earth. They're much fainter than the Pleiades, so they look a lot better in a pair of binoculars. The Pleiades will be just to the right of Venus next week, so hopefully the planet's glare won't obstruct your view of the cluster. They're also known as the Seven Sisters since the ancient Greeks could make out 7 stars with the naked eye.
One sharp-eyed first grader nicknamed these stars the Dinky Dipper, since they look like a super tiny scooper in the sky. Zoomed in, we can see that there are way more than 7 stars in this cluster, more like hundreds, all made from the same nebula, all resting about 400 light years from us.
Wait a second, 400 light years? They're over twice as far away as the Hyades, but they're so much brighter.
Notice the color of these sisters? These blue stars are way hotter and larger than the stars in the Hyades. Alcyone here, for instance, is 10 times wider than our sun and shines 2,400 times brighter.
That's a hot sister. As the days go by, Venus will remain fairly high in the sky while the two clusters get lower and lower.
That means the Hyades and Pleiades will be heading off into the sunset and soon will be tough to see.
But Venus will continue to shine in the evening skies through July. And one extra special night coming up will be Tuesday, April 21st, when a slender crescent moon joins Venus and Aldebaran.
That'll be a nice sight.
Look west this week just after sunset and you'll find the scorching hot and really bright planet Venus.
Try watching Venus every clear night. That way you can see how she moves and how she'll go in between two open star clusters, the Hyades on the left and the Pleiades on the right.
And if you have binoculars, get them out and behold the many stars in the two clusters.
The universe is an amazing place as long as you keep looking up.